All right. Good morning and welcome back to Lake Placid, New York, as we stand high above the 1980 rink in the famous Herb Brooks Arena, ahead of game time between the Northwood School hockey team and the visiting Islanders Hockey Club, as we take a peek down on the ice just ahead of the opening period puck drop. My name's Glenn Burnett, covering your play-by-play. So glad you'd be here. So glad you could have me here. Taking a look in at the Islanders net as they get the bearings on the net all set, clearing out all the pucks. Starting in net for the Islanders will be Famani. After Corbin put up a great performance last night in a win for the Islanders, Famani will take on Northwood as they try to take a victory tonight. For those following along, Northwood skating in the blue sweaters, the Islanders skating in the white sweaters. Starters are out on the ice. Officials taking care of all the technical issues on the net down at the opposite end. And we're just about ready for some action. Good Sunday morning to you. Waiting for the fifth starter. There we go. Out on the ice. We're looking at the center line right now as the Islanders control the puck off the faceoff. Saucering a pass up into neutral ice. That one comes off the boards and picked up by Northwood. LaValle having a hard time holding on to it. Delayed offsides called, so Sena had to let that one go. Islanders heading in on the attack. Northwood picking it up in the defensive zone. Turned over to the Islanders as they avoid the pressure of Fleischman. And now Fleischman comes up with it. Skating along the left wing. Flips it out towards the slot, tries to retrieve it himself, but it's poked away by the Islanders. And the Islanders send it in deep to get ready for a shift change. And Panico plastered up against the glass. Ultimately, the Huskies able to come away with it, but turned right back over. A dangerous pass as that was lazily played off to the boards on the far side. Never made it out of the zone, and the Islanders will come back again. On the backside, we have a change for Northwood, as that one goes for icing. Suselka comes in. Cielo, Merriman, and on the backside, Leone. Can't see him from here, but I would believe it's Akasaka also. We'll take a quick look. That might be Kayamov out there. And Cielo wins the faceoff, sent out to the end boards. Islanders furiously chasing in to pull the puck out. Cielo placing pressure. Suselka battling for it at the faceoff circle. And now Cielo racing up along the right wing side with a wrister towards the net, looking for a backhand. On the second chance from the back door, rebounded off, and that one's covered up. Famani with a save. And then on the second chance, they're holding on to it. What a play there as Cielo just dumped it in on the goaltender, hoping he'd get a second chance on the backside. And they did, but Famani turning it away. Islanders with it. Played from the near side half boards into the corner. Trying to send it out. Leone sending a slicer right towards net. That one comes off of Famani. The second chancer turned away as well. And Northwood putting some shots on net. Played across the center stripe. Islanders trying to get back into the attacking zone. Leone chips it up towards center ice. Battling for it on the far side half boards. This one slips out to neutral ice, and the Islanders will win one on net. And that'll be held on to by Kirschenbaum. And so we'll see changes on both sides of the ice as we look in at the Lasky line. Joined by Sheen. Boudreau racing after it into his own zone. picks it up and travels behind the net. Around the left side boards, heading into the offensive zone. Boudreau dumping it towards the end boards. And now Lasky with it. Drops it off and now feeding the slot, nobody home. Lasky trying to put a body on it, but unable to stop the clearing shot. And now placed on net, kick save, and the chipper afterwards goes over the net. No damage, close call though. This one appears to have come out of the zone, and we do have the ref calling for a delayed offsides. So the Islanders will back off, and the Huskies pick it up. And now, caught in a line change, this one fired on net. Kirschenbaum turns it away into the corner, and Northwood comes up with the puck again. Sheen sends it up ahead from the left side with a shot on net. That's Akasaka getting in close, but that's turned away, and the defense picks it up. Islanders still trying to clear. Rester, that one's kicked away as Merriman gets a little bit of a lift on that one. Islanders up ahead. And now Merriman from the left faceoff circle. Shot, goal! Merriman with a simple wrister, finding the back of the net from the left faceoff circle. And there's your icebreaker, folks, as the Huskies take a 1-0 lead at 13:13 remaining in this first period. Shades of last night's game where the Huskies took the lead early and then the Islanders came back to equalize. We'll see what the Islanders can do to respond as the Huskies exiting their zone. Fleischman pinned up against the boards as Renner digs away for it. Hegyi racing up along the right boards. Islanders in the corner, up along the half boards, continuing out of the zone and into neutral ice. Hegyi with a check. And now battling for it outside the Northwood bench. And finally, it sails around the boards and Akasaka will chase it down in the corner. A turnover at neutral ice. This will be another shot. And Kirschenbaum with a save. If you recall last night, the Huskies outshot the Islanders by a significant amount. I don't know, maybe 10 shots by the end of the game. And now it appears that the Islanders are going to come out here firing and try to keep pace. Last night's game ended in a 4-2 victory for the Islanders, despite having such a shortage of shots. Fanning on the wrister. The Huskies pick it up. Here's Leone weaving from right to left through neutral ice, avoiding any pressure, and then gets pinned up against the boards. And now Panico. And he gets shoved away. Leone with it from the point on the left side. Sends it over to Kayamov. He loses the handle. Unable to hold his own, and now a 2-on-1 forming as we see LaValle racing back to help out with defensive support. And he'll take a hit up in the corner. Played from the right face-off circle, and the Huskies pick it up. Kayamov hands it off to LaValle. LaValle sends it up ahead. Unable to connect with Panico. And then Panico able to get it. Tries to feed the slot, but nobody home. And now we got a delayed penalty coming. Out comes Fumani from the net. But it's whistled dead. And the Islanders will go on the power play. 11:14 remaining. First period action. Northwood just coming away with a goal. So they're leading 1-0 as they'll go ahead and sit. It appears that's Kayamov sitting in the box. And now Cielo taking the face-off. Akasaka sends it around the boards. This one comes out of the zone. And the Islanders will settle it back down in neutral ice. Played up ahead and in on the attack. Panico with pressure. Looking for the loose puck. Tying up the Islanders attacker. And killing off some time. Islanders behind the net. This one sent out to the point. A wrister blocked by Cielo's skate. Played into the corner. Akasaka chewing up some time. Being battled with 3 Islanders occupied on 1 Husky. And now the Islanders setting up and mishandling the puck. This one picked up by Saselka, and he's able to shovel it out of the zone. And now Cielo applying heavy pressure in the Islanders' back check, and a loose puck out there. Saselka couldn't get the blade on it. And we'll have a trip on the Islanders. And it might be about all they can do. There are good penalties and bad. I would say this is probably a little bit more on the side of good. Unfortunately, that puck was turned over, and that would be on the side of bad. And so we'll set up 4-on-4 for the next 59 seconds with 10-12 remaining first period action. Cielo passing it back to Boudreau. That's picked up by Smith, and Smith sends it into the corner. Cielo will track it down, losing the handle momentarily. Saselka regaining. Cielo from behind the net, shaping it up. Out to the left point. Smith with a wrister. And that one kicked aside by Fomani. Smith picks it up. He's got help in the corner. He'll wheel that one around, but the Islanders will intercept it. 27 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Once that winds down, the Huskies will go to the power play. Loose puck at the bottom of the slot. Now, shot high and wide. You can hear that one from all the way across the arena. Hard off the glass. Islanders trying to tuck. Out in front, still loose. And finally, covered up by Kirschenbaum. Just a few seconds left in the 4-on-4. And then for just over a minute, the Huskies will go to the power play, looking to extend the lead. Islanders, of course, trying to close the gap. Off the face-off, racing after it, LaValle into the corner. Played along the end boards, but pestered by the Islanders' attacker. And now Akasaka feeds it off of the boards into neutral ice. Walters of the Islanders trying to get across the blue stripe, but an offsides will set up a face-off outside the Husky zone. As the Huskies now skating 5-on-4. For those of you listening live in the arena here, if you have friends or family outside the arena that would like to see any of this action, as soon as we're done with this first period, we'll go ahead and upload it to YouTube, to the Game Capsule TV channel, where you will find this. It'll be labeled with the teams and date on it. That's YouTube, Game Capsule TV. It'll be about a 15-minute delay for what you're watching live here. So if you have friends and family outside the arena who want to participate and watch this game, tell them all about it. Akasaka turns it over as the Islanders attacker takes it away. And then Akasaka bodies up and gets a little bit of help by Fleischman. And now the Huskies from the left faceoff circle, wheeling back around up at the blue line. And Panico sets up on the right side, just outside the faceoff circle. And an errant pass, mishandled puck, ends up burning off a little bit of this power play time. These are some of the things that the Huskies suffered in last night's defeat, which was the first of their season. Loose out in front, sticked away by the defense. We saw plenty of good defense throughout the game last night until that third period. Things started to fall apart for the Huskies. The Islanders with the puck. We're back to 5-on-5, full strength on both sides. Loose puck almost picked up by Merriman as he was skating through the slot. Leone out across the Kayamov. Kayamov up ahead. Sheen sends it down to the end boards. And now back out to Kayamov as he sends one over towards the Islanders netminder, and Fomani gloves it. 7:17 remaining, first period, 1-0 Huskies. now Lasky taking the drop. Sheen battling for it behind the net. Leone sends it around the boards, and Cruz will go for it. Lasky trying to chip that one away. Picks it up, and now Cruz. Sheen with a shot off of the glass. That one goes a little high and wide to the near side. And now racing up ahead, Islanders with help on the back door. Nobody guarding the low slot. And finally, Leone keeping an eye on it as they battle for it on the near side. From the point, and that one's held onto by Kirschenbaum. And we'll see both sides making some substitutions ahead of the faceoff. Cielo takes the drop, and Akasaka sends it around the boards. This one going up ahead. Saselka chasing in after it, and now Merriman. Up to the point, trying to get around the official, and unable to make anything of it. The Islanders coming in, 2-on-2. Shot wide of the net, looking for the rebound off of the end boards. That'll be picked up by Akasaka. He tries to clear it, and he's successful as it's mishandled at the point by Wang. And now Wang with it. From his own zone, tries to clear it. Held in by Merriman, and then turned back over. So the Huskies will try again. Merriman leading the way in the middle, handing it off to Cielo, shooting from the left wing. That one's deflected up into the glass, and now dumped into the corner. Merriman digs it out from the point, trying to send it deep into the zone. This one comes out to the point, and the Islanders able to clear. Picked up by Boudreau. Boudreau playing it off of the boards, and he's able to clear it as it comes out to neutral ice. Now loose puck, mishandled by the Islanders. Feeding the middle, and Cielo goes to the backhand, tries to get it after Fumani had committed to the forehand shot. Cielo with the stick handle around could not get it to bounce into the net, and Fumani hangs on to it. Huskies with their 9th shot on goal. Islanders already stacked up 8 of them. And now Lasky takes the faceoff. Hands it off to Hegyi. Hegyi around the boards. This one gets chipped off of one of the boards and stalls behind the net. Islanders pick it up around the glass. And this one comes out, racing one-on-one with help on the backside. This is going to be a tough one. Back door uncovered, but now everybody's back. And now the Islanders with it. Smith behind his own net. Played out to the half boards, and now a nice little feed as Lasky comes up ahead. Trying to feed the slot, but nobody there. Good idea. But you gotta have somebody cutting into the slot. Played into the corner. Little physical play by the Islanders as they come away with the puck. And now Northwood able to chip it out to neutral ice. Hegyi with pressure. This one tossed over to Kirschenbaum, and he easily settles it down and hands it off to his defense. Boudreau passes it up ahead, and Hegyi helping out. Fleischmann with it. Entering in on the attack. He gets a look at the net, goes a little bit wide on the far side post. So he's able to get a shot, not necessarily on goal, but that allows the Huskies to get some changes on the backside of the play. And now Renner. Take that back, that's Panico through neutral ice. And this one comes up LaValle, avoiding the defensive pressure with a shot. Oh, and that one bounces off of the pipe, up and out of play. He stared that goalie down, took the wrister, and it bounced right up and out of play. Will face off to Fumani's left as Senna takes the drop. Back to LaValle, another shot, and the rebound. Panico unable to put it in. LaValle able to hold the line. Great persistence by the Husky. And now the Islanders pressuring inside the attacking zone. Leone plays it off to the boards. Panico chips it up ahead, and LaValle with it from the left side. He's feeling good out there, folks. Sena with it behind the net. He peels up sharply. Loses the puck, but LaValle once again from the wing. Up to Leone. LaValle from the low angle. Pressured down to the end boards. Hands it off. Looking to throw it into traffic out in front of the net. That one gets blocked back down to the end boards. And now chipped across to Leone on the right wing. He takes a shot that comes off the net on the side of the cage. And now they're fighting for it behind the net at the end boards. LaValle continuing to skate hard as the Islanders come out with a 3-on-2 forming. They're going to dump it in and bail so that they can get some substitutions. Headley drifting up to the point, looking for a pass, but nothing doing. Racing up ahead from the left wing. Huskies with it on the attack, and we've got a penalty. And this one here, that's a trip. And so the Huskies will return to the power play with 2 minutes remaining in this opening period. Welsh will go to the box to serve 2. That'll burn out the rest of the period. And now the Huskies will skate 5-on-4 as we wait for Kayamov to get out to the ice. Cielo will take the face-off. And he's bracketed by Merriman and Soselka. Soselka with the puck right now from the left wing. Drops it down below the goal line. And now Cielo trying to force his way. Puck is still loose. But after the whistle, Merriman picked up the loose puck. But that had been blown dead. And so we'll go ahead and drop the puck once again. Fomani able to turn that one away. Renner now from the left point. Over to the right. Kayamov with it. Just above the face-off circle. And he loses it as he tries to avoid the pressure. Kirschenbaum saucers that one up ahead. Turns it over into neutral ice. But nothing can be done by the Islanders until they clear the offsides. And here's Cielo as he steals it away. Soselka losing the handle on it. This one will be sent down to Kirschenbaum with 1:12 remaining in the period and the power play. As this one drifts into the Islanders zone. Merriman skates up for it, trying to ease his way around, but being heavily pressured by the Islanders. And the Islanders trying to get a short-handed stretch pass. They send one cherry picking, but that one is disrupted, and no attack comes of it. Just outside of 30 seconds remaining, first period action, 1-0 Huskies. Looking to capitalize on this power play. Cielo with it. 29 seconds. Cielo around the goal. Looking for the low slot. He takes the shot at Fomani. Closes that one off. "20 seconds remaining. First period action. Sena taking the drop. That one's sent into the corner. LaValle chases it down, picks up the puck, drops it off. Fleischman to LaValle as he rotates to the right side. And now Panico, mishandled momentarily. He's got it at the half boards. Just enough for a shot. Wrister, and that one sails safely high above the net. And that'll do it for one period of play. At the end of one, Huskies 1, Islanders 0. You're watching hockey from the Lake Placid Olympic Center. My name is Glenn Burnett. We'll take a quick break and return for second period action. And welcome back as we get set for second period action. That's the score as it stands. Northwood leading 1-0. Goaltenders are ready, and we're underway. 5-on-5 right now, as the Huskies were unable to capitalize on a power play that expired just at the tail end of the first period. And now the Islanders battling for it in their own zone. That's Lasky in there, trying to dig it away. Shot, looking for some kind of a redirect off of the defensive players. That was Cruz with a bit of a snapshot there. And now Sheen with it. Plays it up ahead, deflected off of Merriman's stick. And now Lasky, that was Cruz, played off of the half boards. And now through neutral ice, as Lasky will skate back. That'll be an icing against the Islanders. Setting up a face-off out to Famani's right. And now Senna taking the drop. He wins it, but on the pass back, they lose the zone. They'll enter back in, dropping it off to Panico. Panico from the half boards. He gets tied up, and the Islanders able to chip it, but not able to clear the zone just yet. Played across, and Senna with a heavy wrister. That one sticked away by Famani. And now up to the point. Boudreau feeding it down low. Panico with it, rotating up, dropping it down as they try to cycle the puck around the zone. And now LaValle digs it out, loses an edge, and again the Islanders unable to chip that one out. Huskies unable to make anything of it, but they did burn a lot of time in the forecheck. And now Boudreau retreating, picks it up and sends it around the boards. That'll be picked up by LaValle on the far side. Islanders holding the zone, and then finally the Huskies able to poke it out. Here comes Panico racing in with help. LaValle looking for the second chancer, but Famani holds on to it. And the Huskies will not get another shot off. Both sides trading out some skaters during the brief stoppage. So Fleischman will take the face-off. And now playing for it at the point, Akasaka battling. Della Quadri out there on the ice. And Della Quadri flips it in towards the end boards. And that one played around. Fleischman chasing after it. Akasaka stops that one in neutral ice and sends it right back up ahead. Hegyi with it. Short shot. That one rises up into the glass. And now Hegyi kicking it out. Fleischman had it for a second. Renner will chase it down, but they lose the zone. He'll hand it off to Akasaka, and Akasaka up ahead to Hegyi. Hegyi across the center stripe, avoiding the stick check. Shot towards net, blockered away by Famani. And now Fleischman lays a heavy hit. Della Quadri with it, can't get the shot off, but it's still loose out in front. Finally, among the scramble, the Islanders pull out the loose puck. Renner drops back and gathers it up from his own zone. He's got Fleischman up ahead. Fleischman across the center stripe. He'll go ahead and flip that one well up into the air. That'll buy some time for the Huskies. Strategic play there, as Leoniet's cut in on the backside of that zone, trying to keep it from coming out. That one sent off the glass by the Islanders from outside the attacking zone. And Kayamov clears the zone, picked up by the Islanders. And then it's turned back over. Leone to Kayamov. Kayamov on the near side, plays it up along the left wing. and neither Cielo or Merriman able to catch it. And the Islanders change direction once again, heading into the offensive zone. Here comes Cielo with 3 converging on him. Drops it up to Merriman. Running a bit of a crossbuck out there. Fading in from right to left behind Cielo as he drops it off. He gets a shot, but no damage done. Here's Soselka. Soselka across the center stripe. Fading into the left from the face-off circle. He shows that towards the cage. And now a blast from the point. Gloved by Fomani. Very competitive out there in front of the net. As we see a line change. A little bit of guidance from the referee. Trying to keep it from getting too chippy. Smith racing after it. Chased down from behind. And the Islanders attacker with a little bit more speed than Smith. Almost getting something off there. Huskies with it and mishandled again. This will burn some time off the clock. Smith off the end boards. Played up ahead into the Islander zone. And another missed connection. Both teams suffering that at different points throughout the periods. Missing the connection from stick to stick, from blade to blade, from tape to tape. Pass is going out there, either being mishandled or off target, which is lending to a lot of back and forth action. And that'll be an icing against the Huskies. We'll pick up with a puck drop in the Husky zone. And the center line comes out, along with LaValle, and it looks like Panico's out there looking for the stretch pass. As you can see him set up on the blue line at the point. Panico backhanding it down to Senna. Senna from the corner, drifting up. Passes one to Boudreau. Boudreau with a shot. Second chancer by LaValle. Both of them turned away by Fomani. And now Panico at the half boards. Boudreau racing back, trying to shut down a near breakaway. And the Huskies able to retreat quickly. Played up ahead. LaValle unable to handle it as he gets pasted against the boards. Islanders, top of the slot. And a good body play by Boudreau, separating the puck from the skater. And now out in front, shot from outside the crease. And that one just off target. Senna playing one off the boards to himself, feeding the low post. And we've got a whistle. It looks like that crossed the line. That's a signal for a goal. And the Huskies go up 2-0. As they persist on the attack and come away with the second of the game. With 10:31 remaining, second period, the Huskies take a 2-0 lead. Lasky to take the drop. Played up ahead and controlled by the Huskies. Handed off to Hegyi as he dumps it into the attacking zone. Renner and Akasaka drifting back to the defensive zone, and Renner with it. He'll stall for a second behind the net, chip it up, but not enough to get it out. And now a shot on net. Kirschenbaum with the initial save, and then the cage dislodged from its bearings and blown dead. I'd say on that play there, as it was shaping up, Renner had plenty of space in the defensive zone. And it appears Renner's going to the box. And it's not for not passing it to Akasaka when he had a clear passing opportunity to be able to get out of the zone. But the position he put himself in by not being able to get it out of the zone caused an opportunity for the Islanders, and that must have been where he had to pull a penalty to protect the defensive zone. And that's the kind of thing that happens. And so the Islanders on the power play for the next minute 50 with 9:49 remaining, second period action, as they try to close the gap down by 2. Kirschenbaum getting his equipment gathered up, and Cielo taking the face-off. This is Leone with it from the far side half boards. And now the Islanders from the point. A wrister through traffic, and that one, Kirschenbaum unable to squeeze that as it pops out in front, but no second chance. And this is a big break. Cielo will race after it. Pulls back, shot. And we'll hang tight as this appears to be a penalty out of desperation. Once again, this one found its way ricocheting out through neutral ice and far enough for Cielo to race ahead and get a one-on-one with Vamani. And so we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next minute 22. And I haven't seen or heard what the actual call was on that. That could have been any number of things as Cielo ended up on the ice against the boards. A cross check is what I'm getting from my analyst. Shot in on net, and that one is sticked away by Famani. Cielo picks up the loose puck, shot wide of the far post. And so the Islanders sitting one for a cross check as we skate with wide open ice, and that one, Famani unable to glove that. A little bit of heat on these wristers from both sides as the last shot on Kirschenbaum, he couldn't squeeze. And this one hit the pocket of the glove and then bounced right back out. So we'll have a brief stoppage as we'll face off outside the Islanders zone on the near side dot with 30 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. And then the Huskies will resume for another 38 seconds after that with a 5-on-4. And LaValle wins the face-off, drops it back to Fleischmann. Fleischmann sends it up ahead. And now Fleischmann from the point. Sizing it up, sends it down to the low slot. LaValle unable to get a shot off of that. And now Akasaka flips it deep into the offensive zone. LaValle closing into pressure. And the Islanders with a 2-on-2 with a quickly retreating Panico. And that'll slow the attack down. Here comes a Husky. And they'll get Senna out on the ice. So the Huskies on the power play for the next 25 seconds. Senna with it, sends it down into the corner. LaValle up to Senna. Across to the right wing. Faking the pass to Fleischmann, who's sitting up at the point. Now Fleischmann with it. And he'll hand it to the right wing. And now trying to go across the slot to the left wing. Senna having a tough time handling it. Akasaka from behind the net. Played out to Panico. Panico from the right wing avoids the stick check. Shot a little high and wide. And Kirschenbaum directing his players. And the Huskies trying to get out of the back check. This one shot on net. Kirschenbaum covers it up. You hear the chop, chop, chop of Kirschenbaum's stick as the Islanders were returning to full strength, just reminding his teammates that there's an extra skater coming out on the ice, and then calling out commands as they drop back on defense. And now Lasky to take the face-off. Picked up by Cruz. Cruz plays it up along the boards, and that one ends up in the offensive zone. Here comes Sheen racing in. And a very quick whistle. And that was quite obvious, the cross-check from Sheen, as there was nearly 3 feet separating Sheen and the Islanders skater. So quite easy to see. And a dangerous one, too, as the Islanders skater was just off of the boards. So he'll go and sit for 2 minutes, and the Islanders will go to the power play. Let's see what they can do here as we face off just outside the Islanders zone on the near side dot. Boudreau will race back and try to head off the attack. Slammed off of the boards, but held in at the point by the Islanders. Islanders with it. Played from the far side boards. Up to the point on the left side, then the top of the slot. Shot sticked away by Kirschenbaum. Islanders cycling it up to the left side. That one shot high and hard off of the glass. Played down below to the end boards. And now into the corner. Rotating. Out to the left side and a mishandled pass. That'll give LaValle a chance to go and attack. Feeding the slot for the cutter. And this one sent all the way down. No icing as LaValle races for it. And he avoids all of the pressure there, taking on 4 Islanders. And this is great for the Huskies to occupy 4 Islanders with 1 Husky on a penalty kill. And a little disappointing effort for the Islanders in that shift. But they've still got 54 remaining on the power play. 5:41 remaining, second period. Cielo stepping in for the faceoff. As he wins the faceoff, the Huskies, just to burn some time, will drift out into neutral ice with possession and then send it deep into the zone. Cielo battling for it, out in front, looking for help, and he gets knocked in the back, and a cross check. And so welcome, folks, to the period of the cross check. As we've seen 3 of them so far in this period. Cielo steps in. And once again, we'll go to 4-on-4. So wide open space out there. Plenty of passing lanes. And Cielo with it. What does he do? He rotates up towards the left point. And now passing it across to the right point. Wrister, that goes wide. But it'll roll safely out to Kayamov. Kayamov sends it down deep. Cielo with it. Avoiding the pressure. Looking for that tight tuck again. And now Kayamov with a little bit of a snapper. That'll come off the end boards. And on the rebound, comes around still loose out in front. And the Islanders come away with it as they race up ahead on the left wing. Skating through traffic, getting the shot, and Kirschenbaum able to hold on to it. He won't freeze it, no whistle, so he drops it off to his teammate with 1:07 remaining in the power play. And Merriman, trying to settle the puck out of the air, picks up the loose puck at center ice, crosses the blue line, loses it to Cielo, and that appears to be an offsides. And we'll have a face-off outside the Islander zone on the near side dot. Just trying to listen in on the officials giving an explanation to the Islanders bench as Panico takes the puck away and holds up in the corner. Switching positions, hands it off to Fleischman, and there goes half a stick. Islanders racing up on the left wing, and the Huskies body up on this, and they'll come away from the right side. Suselka with it. Sending it to Akasaka. Akasaka over to Panico. Panico will send a blast wide off the end boards. And now Fleischman with it, rotating around over to the high slot. Shot, looking for the second chancer. Suselka can't get it. And that one tumbling across through the air into neutral ice and back into the Husky zone. That right there, the sign from Kirschenbaum saying we're going to full strength. We're 5-on-5 now. Fleischman cutting through converging defenders, unable to get a shot off. And we're back to full strength 5-on-5 with 3:06 remaining, second period action. As both teams make changes, the Huskies leading 2-0 over the Islanders. Looking to bounce back after they suffered a loss yesterday in the 32 ring. This one played to Boudreau as he steps up with a little bit of a hitch and then a wrister. And now drifting back into the defensive zone, Boudreau up ahead to Sheen. Sheen sends it down into the offensive zone. No icing on this. And Cruz battling for it. Along with Kayamov, Cruz battling from behind. And Boudreau able to poke check that one away. And now squeezing the attacker against the boards. Smith. And now Lasky stealing away the pass down in the low slot. Played up ahead. And we hear no icing on this as Sheen chases in. Cruz picks it up across to the slot. Sheen on the backside, but not in a shooting position, so unable to get anything off. Cruz from behind the net loses an edge. And now Lasky with it. Plays it up to the half boards on the far side. Boudreau with it. Trying to cycle it down low. But that one chips up off of a stick. And now Lasky from the left wing gets nothing on it. Trying to feed the slot. And that one is headed off by the Islanders. Boudreau with it. Little backhander against the boards at neutral ice. And Lasky comes up with the loose puck. Across to the far side. And here's Sheen trying to get into the zone. Hands it off to Boudreau. Boudreau played up along the dashers to the end boards. And here's Delaquadri. With fresh legs out there, Renner from D to D. Akasaka with it. Playing it diagonally across neutral ice, and Hegyi with it. Fading right, shooting left. That one goes across the face of Fomani, but not on net. Delaquadri with pressure steals it away, hands it off through the slot. No call on that. And Fleischman battling for it. Akasaka steals that one away before it can reach Kirschenbaum. And Akasaka ahead to Delaquadri. Delaquadri trying to race up ahead. Shoved from behind. Delaquadri goes down, and that's going to be called for interference. Ahumada will head to the box, and now the Huskies go to the power play. 39 seconds remaining, second period action. Northwood trying to stretch their lead. Cielo with Suselka alongside and Merriman on the right. Cielo with it. Rotating it around. Hands it off to the right. And now Cielo, top of the slot. Wrister, high and wide, comes off the end boards. And carefully collecting it, Suselka. Cycling it down low, Merriman feeding the back door. That one gets deflected. and redirected out of the zone. And Renner will chase it down. And now feeding it up ahead, Merriman with 3 seconds to shoot from the slot, and that one goes wide. And that will do it for the second period. In a highly competitive game. So at the end of 2, Huskies 2, Islanders 0. When we return for the third period action, the Huskies will continue their power play 5-on-4 for the next minute 21 in the third period. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back as we get set to take the ice for the final period of regulation. That's the look of it. As it stands now, Huskies leading 2-0 over the Islanders. For those joining late, the Huskies skating in the blue sweaters and the Islanders skating in the white with the orange and blue trim as they gather up at their bench with a little bit of game strategy, getting pepped up, ready to head out there. And Famani will head back into the cage. Starters out on the ice after a longer intermission between second and third periods while they refresh the sheet. So the final 17 minutes of regulation. And as we head into this third period, we still have a power play for the Huskies, and it appears we've got one skater from each team serving time in the box, and that might have been something that resulted towards the end of the second period. I don't have the official word on it, but it may be a misconduct. And so here are the Huskies from their own zone. Fleischman up ahead to Senna. Senna with the loose puck through the slot. Pulling back up as they have another minute in their power play. Handing it down to Akasaka from the right wing. Cycled back up to Panico. Akasaka looking for the back door. And that one chipped away by the Islanders. A good play. LaValle with it. Plays it down low. Santa feeding out in front. LaValle unable to get that one on net. Panico dropping it off to LaValle. LaValle pulling it off of the boards. Now from the top of the slot. Shot. And that one caught through traffic. Swept away by Famani. And it'll remain in the attacking zone for the Huskies as LaValle battles for it. And the Islanders defense falls down on it. Senna playing it down along the boards. Just 10 seconds left in the power play. Played out to Fleischman. Fleischman out to Panico. Panico shot through traffic looking for a redirect, but it hits his own guy. And now Fleischman with it. And you can hear Kirschenbaum signaling with the stick on the ice that they're about to go to full strength. And that right there, a bit of nonverbal communication by Kirschenbaum, alerting his players to an extra skater coming on. And a misconnection on that one. So no shot as Panico will race up ahead and apply pressure in the Islanders' back check. Leone up ahead, Panico chips at it. Cielo trying to gather it up, unable to, and Kayamov sends it up ahead into the Islander zone. Islanders with the puck, flipped up ahead to center ice. Kayamov sent up ahead and picked up by the Islanders. Islanders will exit the zone with 14:40 remaining. Islanders racing in, looking for an attack. Feeding the slot, turned away by the Huskies. And now chased after by Merriman. And Sheen. Sheen applying pressure up front. Merriman. Little pressure from behind. Shot in on net. Kirschenbaum unable to glove it. Knocks it out in front. And now Kayamov applying pressure. Cielo out there trying to chip it away. This one out in front of Kirschenbaum. He watches it as it safely glides across the ice. Now fired in on net. Blocked away by Kirschenbaum. Played up through the point. Handed off to Cielo. Cielo with Merriman fading to the left. He hands it off. Merriman with a backhander. That one turned away by Fomani. And the Islanders back through neutral ice, losing the handle. And that one deflected. Renner battling for it. And now backhanding it towards the net. Out in front, taken away by Renner. Renner racing up ahead. Shuffling it up. And then turned away, trying to hold on to it behind the net. Out to the near side half boards. Renner dropping it back down. Lasky with it. Plays it off the end boards. That goes to the far side. And Merriman giving it a go. But the Islanders able to chip it out of the zone. Passing it up ahead. And that'll get turned back over. And once again, the Islanders with it. Play down to the near side. And a tough shot right there as the Islanders skater in a collision fell backwards. There goes Cruz with a shot that gets deflected up into the net. And it looks like both of the misconducts have come out. And so the penalty boxes are vacant. Lasky plays it out to the point. Smith up along the boards. Cruz with it. Cruz down to the end boards. Islanders battling for it. Lasky trying to help out. And it pops out. Islanders feeding it up ahead. And now they'll get behind the defense as Boudreau races up ahead, avoiding the shot along the boards. Boudreau picks up the loose puck, chips it up ahead. And the Islanders retreating and gathering it up again. An errant pass will be sent back in by Boudreau. A little redirect pass, but that one misses its target. And the Huskies back with it. And again, another errant pass. Some of the tendencies that both of these clubs will want to eradicate throughout their season, just for efficiency's sake. And this one sent down around to Kirschenbaum. He steps out, settles it down, and Smith picks it up. Smith across to Boudreau. Not the cleanest pass. That one will come around, and the Islanders will retain possession in the offensive zone. Islanders down in the corner. Boudreau with a little shove. LaValle going after it. Smith turns it back behind the net. Misses the connection, and Boudreau still battling. LaValle coming in to give some support. And LaValle picks one up off of Panico's skate. Fleischman. Shot. And Fomani keeping that one out of the net. And now here come the Islanders. 1-on-3 and a little bit of help by LaValle, who's pestering all of the Islanders. And now up ahead, Panico. A little drag through the stick. He gets the shot off. It's knocked up into the air. And now battling for it, Panico and Leone. Leone sends it around the boards to the backside. Islanders with it. Stolen away. And Panico with a shot. That one rises high into the glass. Trying to go back to the opposite point to Leone. And a couple of turnovers in the Islanders zone. It remains on the Huskies' forecheck. 10-10 remaining, third period action as this one is whistled dead. And LaValle, for all his efforts, roughing, and he'll go to the box. LaValle's been battling very hard for every loose puck. And he'll have to take a break for a couple. Here's Cielo winning the face-off, drawing it back. A little too far and away. Akasaka trying to avoid the Islanders' attack. He's able to come out with it, and he flings it down the length of the ice. No icing. And Famani steps out. A little bit of pressure by Merriman. And now Ciela heading up ahead. Islanders chipping it into the offensive zone. Akasaka races back. Picks it up. And he'll fling it out of the zone. This one will race down to the Islanders zone. And Cielo racing after it. Renner gives it a hard shot into the offensive zone, but the Islanders come away with it. And now Akasaka steals it at neutral ice from the left faceoff circle. Decides not to shoot. He'll pin it up along the boards for a moment. And now a little bit of help. Merriman trying to pull it out. Islanders with it. Racing up ahead for their next rush. 45 seconds left in the Islanders' power play. Racing behind the net. And now Renner fighting for it. Back up to the point. Islanders with it. Spinning away. And the Islanders' point man loses an edge as he reaches back on a poorly directed pass, and he's unable to collect it. That turns up a shot on net for the Huskies. And so far, a good penalty kill for the Northwood team. Senna stepping in for the faceoff with Boudreau behind him and Leone on the opposite side. Sorry, that's Smith out there on the left side. Shot! Oh, and what a close one. That one appeared to slip past the pads, but still handled by Famani. And what a great reaction there. And once again, Senna taking the faceoff. He wins it, but a little bit too much mustard on it. And it sends it back deep into his own zone. A nice play by Boudreau. Up off of the glass, and now Saselka with it. Fading out to the left wing. And now cutting back to the slot, trying to maintain possession. And we return to full strength, 5-on-5 out on the ice. LaValle comes out of the box and just gets right back in on the action. Out to the left wing. He goes to the opposite side, drawing a lot of defense with him. And Boudreau gets a good, clear look. Boudreau racing back. This one passed a little bit too far out of the outstretched stick of the Islanders attacker. That could have been very dangerous. Shot blockered away by Kirschenbaum. And sorry, we've got a substitution. That's Solomon in the net now. So all of the saves that happened in the third period, I stand corrected. Those are all courtesy of Solomon. Number one goaltender for Northwood. And now peeling back. Senna across the slot. Leone unable to get the shot off. A very stiff defense in the slot for the Islanders. Played into the corner, LaValle. Out in front, loose puck, still there. LaValle chips it in front. Second chancer. And that one swept away. No goal there. Leone racing back with pressure from behind. Leone peels back out of his own zone. Across the center stripe from the left wing to the faceoff circle. Fading down to the corner. Looking for a pass up to the point. But that one's blocked off. And he decides to send it in towards the net. Play is stopped so that we can return the net to its bearings. 6:29 remaining. Third period action. Huskies 2, Islanders 0. And now Fleischmann. And that shot from a bit of a screen there. Stopped by Famani, but unable to hold on to it. It'll come back across the ice, and now Fleischmann chasing back in. He wants another taste of the action as they dig for it with an Islander laying down against the boards. That'll be blown dead. And now Sheen and Cruz heading out onto the ice. And Welch will go sit for a couple as we had a little bit of a flare-up out in front of the net with a Husky landing on his tail. And the Huskies waiting for their skaters to get out on the ice. 6:05 remaining in regulation. Welch sitting for two. Cielo takes the face-off. Merriman back to Kayamov. Back to Merriman, back to Kayamov, back to Merriman. As they cycle it along the right side. That's shot and deflected well up and over the net and into the stands. And we'll resume with a face-off to Fomani's left. Flicked back to the point. Kayamov trying to retain it, but the Islanders able to pop it loose. Leone with it from his own zone. He'll go D to D over to Kayamov. Kayamov on the left side. Up the ladder to Cielo from the left side. Shifting over. Leone with an open look. Gloved by Fomani. And some fine goaltender play being illustrated between the pipes there for the Islanders. That was the 36th shot that Fomani has faced. 34 of them turned away. Played up to Kayamov, who sends it around the boards. Still over a minute remaining in the Huskies' power play. Over to Leone. Leone freezes the defense. And now mishandled down low. Cielo unable to hold on to it. This one is chipped up and out of play. And we'll see some changes. LaValle will head back out there. Panico. Akasaka on the near side point. And now Fleischman able to head off a near breakaway. Played from behind his net. That one's chipped away. But Akasaka there to gather it up. Played out to center ice. Islanders with it. Avoiding the stick checks. And Akasaka battling for it. Fleischman trying to dig it out. And this favors the Islanders as they are on the penalty kill. And now Senna racing up ahead on the left side with LaValle racing to the crease. Panico with it, pinned up against the boards. 15 seconds left in the power play. Senna with it. Up to Fleischman. Fleischman over to Panico, who's already preloaded for the shot. That one goes wide to the right side. LaValle out in front. Shot from the impossible angle. Senna. And that there is Solomon chopping down on the ice to say it's full strength time again, boys. And now the Huskies having a hard time escaping the zone. And there goes Lasky across to the left side. Shot. Sticked away. And the defense able to clear it. Sheen picks it up. Sheen will drop it back and played up ahead to Lasky. Lasky crossing into the offense. Trying to feed the low slot. But that's swept away by the defense. And now retreating. This is Renner. Plays it up ahead. Lasky chipping it. And he'll chase after it. Renner trying to keep the zone. And now Cruz. Back in his own zone. Heavy pressure. As we go inside of 3 minutes, we'll keep an eye on the Islanders' goaltender situation as they're down by 2, and time is running down. Renner tries to put one on net, and that one's disrupted by the Islanders' defender. And there goes Filmani with a 6th attacker out on the ice for the Islanders. And the Huskies just barely able to clear the zone. 2:22 remaining. Solomon comes out of the net. Plays it back around to Kayamov. Kayamov up ahead to Sheen. And now the Islanders still in the attacking zone. Outside of 2 minutes remaining. Down by 2. Final period of regulation. Shot from the point. Gets a redirect, but it goes nowhere. Shot held onto by Solomon. And that'll give some of them a break as the Cielo line comes out. Boudreau out there to help out, along with Saselka and Merriman. Played back into the corner. Huskies trying to hold on to the bagel. And this one is flipped up and out of play. And a timeout for the Islanders, as they will strategize with 6 attackers out on the ice, trying to figure out how they can go ahead and take a goal, put them in a better position to tie it up. Meanwhile, over at the Huskies bench, assignments being given on what to do to help shut down a 6-skater attack. And the referees on the ice discussing what to do for lunch afterwards. .146 remaining. The Islanders will have all their best shooters out on the ice for this situation. And they'll also have to have some of their best handlers out there so as to protect the puck from going into neutral ice and across to that empty cage. As we get set to return to the final minute 46. Facing off to the right of Solomon. Played hard off of the glass, kept in the zone by the Islanders. No easy feat. Islanders in the corner. Huskies battling for it. This one comes up ahead. Merriman will try to outskate the Islander defender. And that'll come back with an icing against the Huskies. 85 seconds remaining. Facing off to Solomon's right. Cielo stepping in for it. Played out to the point. Headley with it. Shot. That one comes off of a Husky's leg. And now out to the right point. And a shot immediately. And this one flung down, trying to hit that empty basket there. Merriman at the end boards. Now from the near side half boards. Tries to get a shot on net with a defender dropping into the crease. This one played up in front, and Solomon will stop it. And now we're inside of a minute, 57 seconds remaining. Islanders desperate, down by 2. McNally heads out onto the ice. He'll center the line. And Senna draws it back. Played behind the net. Islanders with it. They play it up to the point, but unable to connect with Headley. Headley will have to race back. Precious seconds winding down off the clock. He'll chip it up ahead. Albert clearing through the Huskies' defense. And now Sena reaching for a poke check there. Unable to get it, but this one deflected up and out of play and into the stands, where a couple of lucky fans will compete for the souvenir. "30 seconds on the clock. That'll be updated. 33 seconds on the clock. Facing off to Solomon's right. Northwood looking for their 8th victory of the season. After a defeat yesterday, a shot towards the net, and that comes off the side of the cage. Played again towards the net. And now the Islanders missing the target on the pass there. That one come to rest with an icing against the Islanders. And they will likely keep the 6 attackers out there and just put one skater. Nope, check that. I will walk my statement back. Fomani will head back to the cage for the final 16 minutes of regulation. Sena taking the face-off. Back to Renner. Renner trying to put it towards net. That one gets deflected towards the end boards. Here's Valley. LaValle losing the puck. Islanders racing up ahead. Just a handful of seconds left. Trying to get a shot off, and that one is denied. And that will do it. That sound means victory for the Northwood Huskies as they'll go to 8-1. And what a good performance, bouncing back from a loss yesterday, where they basically handed the game over to the Islanders. They come back and put on a solid effort. They'll still have to continue to brush up on some of the loose ends that they've got out there, some of the errant passes, mishandled passes, and some of the inefficient play. But meanwhile, they take the victory as both teams gather at the center stripe to exchange goodwill. Good game, good game. Safe travels, good meals, and good luck. What a day to be a hockey player. What a day to play hockey. From the 1980 rink in the famed Herb Brooks Arena in Lake Placid, New York, my name is Glenn Burnett, broadcasting for Game Capsule TV. You can find this on YouTube. That's the final score: Northwood Huskies 2, Islanders 0. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.